So today has been absolutely insane. We already had all that Zen and Zard news, which you should have seen on yesterday's video. If you have not seen that, go ahead and check it out. It was really, really exciting. And before I get into this stuff, which you can see on screen, which is obviously very exciting, I would say go and check out the giveaway video for my Zen and Zard giveaway. There will be a link in the description. Go check it out. Rules are super simple. And also it's my birthday today, as you're seeing this, so hit the sub button as a birthday present to me. Would appreciate it. The creator of Game Ruler, Ikeda, does this like weekly stream on Friday nights in Japan, and he just basically decided to do a massive gate ruler blowout today. Like, usually he shows a few cards. Today he showed off like I gotta say like 30 or 40 or something. And in addition, he showed the rulers. So I'm gonna, basically, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to talk through the rulers, what we know now, and then I'm just gonna bombard you with a load of different cards and card arts and stuff, because if you were unaware, I am an official influencer, an official Gate Ruler ambassador, an official influencer, whatever you want to call it. So, again, if you're interested in this game, you really should hit subscribe, because I'm probably going to be getting stuff before other people. Definitely. You probably want to be here for that, and I'm the only English one, so anyway, let's talk about this. So you can see here, this is K11, this is Knight, and the translation on this is very, very interesting. So the first thing we can see about the cards is it looks like a link monster. So the top arrow means that you can use the defensive zone, and the two top right arrows, the top right and the top left arrows rather, mean that you can use these two attacking zones. So that should be familiar if you have seen the playmat. I will bring that up in a little bit, so we'll talk about that. Now the side arrows are blanked out, but that is simply because future rulers will use them and none of the ones in set 1 do, we've been told. Then the bottom 3 arrows are energy. And that's going to be interesting because there's some details we found out about the starter decks, which give us some details about other stuff. But onto more stuff we can see on the card. This has 11 life, so 11 cards that are going to be damaged. They're going to have to be damage checked, which is a good amount. That's a lot. 3 attack, which means you'll be swinging into a minion for 3. And 3 strike. So if this thing hits your opponent's ruler, it's going to hit hard. We also know that they can attack through defensives, apparently, through your defensives, which is quite nice. Okay, let's talk about the effects, which is what everyone's excited about. So, the first effect is game preparation. It says you have 2 cards in hand and 3 cards in energy. That's interesting. That's a very, very, very low starting hand. I think that it's just going to be interesting to see how this game plays. Let's just talk through it all. So yeah, low starting hand, you have 3 cards in your energy. At the start of your turn, choose 2 of your energy and activate them, and draw 2. So obviously you're not going to have to activate to draw, presumably. Although to be fair, this might be the game's way of going, draw first. I don't know. Anyway, we probably not. And then rule, summon right 2. During your turn, you can normal summon twice per turn. And then in the flavor text it says, please refer to the QR code for the play and deck construction rules of this ruler. I already checked, nothing there on the QR code. This is the male version, this is the female version. You can see they have 2 cards and all that stuff. I think I actually prefer the female version in terms of the border and the way it looks, but they both look good. So, let's talk about what this tells us, and then I'm going to start showing you some card art. So, 1, very low starting hand count. That's interesting. Bold. And I imagine in the future we will see rulers that have like a 5 or 6 card starting hand, but only draw 1 per turn. Which will probably be better, because generally speaking you'd rather have that at the start. But definitely interesting there. Now, 3 cards in energy. We know energy is a way to play costs. It is on the playmat. But I also don't think every ruler will use it. I think a lot of rulers won't use it. And my personal speculation, and bear in mind a lot of this is speculation now, I will say if something we know for true, but basically most is speculation. The interesting thing we know from the two starter decks is the Knight starter deck has 54 cards, and the Apprentice starter deck has 51, and we have been told there are 3 extra cards in the Knight starter deck are energy, which means the Apprentice doesn't use it, which to me would imply that the Apprentice does not pay costs, but as like a trade-off, it probably has a lower summon right, or it has a sort of size limit, which could be the levels, for example, where I'm theorizing here that the levels indicate the energy cost as the Knight ruler. So we see that there's already this huge potential for designing rulers to play completely differently. Now, I think the most exciting part of this, though, is this summon right thing here, because now this is interesting, because this is going to be an inherent rule mechanic that can be changed, can be modified, because these can just be errated and changed later down the line, that is going to let you hard gate loops and all this sort of degenerate stuff that basically no one likes doing by enforcing this hard summon right. You can only normal summon twice per turn. Now, obviously, no limit on special summons, very Yu-Gi-Oh like. But obviously, at the start of the game, I imagine that's going to be very, very limited in how many things you can special summon. Also, interestingly, is in the flavor text it says please refer to the QR for the deck construction rules and the play rules. Now, I can theorize that the deck construction rules is going to be something like you can only use up to 2 worlds or something, for example, or perhaps it says you can only use this many legend cards and this and that. I think that's fairly obvious, but the play rules is also very interesting because that implies there is more to this than meets the eye, and I think that'll probably be a sort of explanation of the energy system and a whole lot of other stuff that we will see. And I will say now, really hit the subscribe button and pay attention, because I promise you I will have a video out the second we know the detailed rules. I will go in full depth and we can talk about a load of the cards we've got, recontextualize them, understand how good they are, start set reviews and all that kind of stuff. Really exciting. But anyway, that's only a couple of weeks away now. But anyway, so that's what we know about the rulers. So we're quite a lot. We're really starting to get a good idea of the game, and it's sounding really good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to rapid fire through a load of the cards that were showed off, and I'm also going to show some artwork. Okay, so when I said there was a lot, that was really an understatement. So I'm basically not even really going to talk about them. I'm just going to show them and just comment which one you like the look of the most, because this is a genuine, insane number of cards. There will be one I want to talk about specifically because we know a little bit about how the game works now, so we can better understand that more well English. But yeah, okay, so let's go. 2 strikes, pretty strong. This event plays itself, I believe. Force of Will art. Another Force of Will art. We actually do know what this card does. It actually burns something for 3 when it's summoned by Creation Summon, and we know this from the original beta spreadsheet that Akeda posted a picture of, which is pretty funny. But yeah. Another Force of Will art. This is a card that we have been told is going to be very powerful, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. So we know what this does. This is a con to just pop something, which is obviously very, very good. Now, these next few are a bit blurry because they were tiny screenshots. But this is one of the Owl. This is a Volmar unit. And this is an event. Okay, now this is the card I really wanted to talk about because we actually know what it does. So this is Viola Flovdus, and this has effect Abyss Symphonia. As the condition, put 5 darkness cards, including at least 1 level 0, 1, 2, and 3 from your cemetery to the bottom of your deck, so pretty restricted. And when it's special summoned by Abyss Summon, you nuke the whole board, including your side of the field. So it's a very, very powerful effect, but it also has an act to pay 1 energy and discard this card from your hand to draw 1. And obviously now we have the context for Knight, so it'll be interesting. Perhaps energy isn't even used to pay for the unit level costs in the top left, perhaps used for something else. I think it's probably used to pay for costs in that kind of way, and we have this additional means you can spend it here to filter with this card. There's just so much we don't know, so I'm looking forward to finding out more, but I thought this card in particular, we now know how that energy is generated and used. Okay, now this next lot is, sorry for the worst screenshots, but yeah, a bunch of these excavators, and we'll keep going. We saw this art a while ago. Looks pretty cool. Haunting. Has an on-drive effect. This is the big sword that's been used in a lot of the marketing, and we've been told this has some sort of strong removal effect, so that'll be interesting. This is a free event, so it'll be interesting to see what that does. Big vanilla with a big HP stat. Arthur, we have been told this is one of the best cards in the set, which is very interesting because it's a 6/4 with 0 strike. So, yeah, very interesting to see what this card will do. It's another big, this is sort of the antithesis to the starter deck with the big robot, Gallic, I think his name is. Zap, zap, zap. We've also been told this is going to be one of the best cards in the first set. So again, we'll be very interested to see what this card does. Wonderverse is looking pretty good, but please stay away from it because I'd like it to be cheap for me, thank you. You guys can play Volna. Image in front. This is like a strong Skull Warrior vibe. This is a legend, which is really exciting because it has like everything. Cont, TD, and OD. I think to me it's reasonably clear that this is probably like... I'm reasonably sure the TD and the OD will be the same thing and the Cont's probably just to play it. But I don't know. Like, that would make sense to me because it's a legend, so you only get one copy, so damage checking it is going to be feels bad. And I'm reasonably sure all the legends will have a Cont on play themselves. There's Alice, literally the Alice from Force of Will. Like, literally the Alice from Force of Will. So this is another one, this is Captain Liberty, and to be fair, as I say, I think they'll all have an effect to play themselves. This one doesn't, but I believe we've been told it has an effect to recur itself from the drop, so that's fine. I'm not sure, we'll find out, but this is another legend card. Captain Liberty looks cool. Okay, and here I have a just ridiculous quantity of artwork that has been sort of curated for influencers to show. So basically what I'm just going to do is just go through it really quickly, so I don't want to drag on the video too long. So a lot of this art we've already seen, but a lot of it we haven't, like those two were new. This is a really cool bit here with like the whole zoo force, which is awesome. This is the whole like Space Master Red and that stuff. Really, really good artwork. Zap, zap, zap. This is essentially all of the publicly available, all of the publicly available artwork, cards, and all that kind of stuff that has been made available for us to show. So basically this is just going to be a catch-all. Here's everything we know. And then yeah, look forward to the video on the 27th where I will basically teach you the rules. We've been told this is Mirror Force, and another Force of Will illustration, which looks great. There really is just a lot. There is a lot. I'm basically just showing you all this so you can, like, for example, this unit. Just choose your favorite one and be gassed when we get the effects. I believe we're approaching the end. You would think. I think that's it. Yep. Okay, so there we go. That is essentially everything we know about Gate Ruler at the moment. Okay, so this is entirely my bad. I'm adding this in, like, the next day. I totally forgot to talk about this, and as this is very much going to be a video getting you up to date on as much as we know, this is a rather important part. So we have the details on boosters, and honestly, this is the most open I've ever seen a card game company be about this kind of stuff, which is really a pleasant surprise. So let's talk about it. So set 1 is going to have 133 plus question mark types. However, this question mark, I believe, is just referring to the uber rare rarity. The packs are 5 cards per pack, 250 yen. That's pretty expensive for a pack. Usually they're like 150, but so basically the explanation that is given is the odds of you getting good stuff is like way higher in Gate Ruler, so he thinks it's worth it, which is fair enough. If it's just going to be about maintaining secondary market value, then I understand that. 36 packs per box, and a carton or case has 12 boxes, so I think I'm going to be getting a case of set 1 to open on the channel. We'll see if I do decide to do that. I think I'll be able to do it. So here's the main stuff, okay? Here's what you get in one box. You will get 124 out of 63 of the 1 stars. So one box will get you 2 of almost everything as the 1-star rarity. It'll get you 2 of half the 2 stars and 1 of the other half of the 2 stars. It will get you 11 out of the 17 3 stars. So after the briefing session, they actually increased this after some feedback from stores. Which is really amazing, actually, the fact that, like, you act this quickly, which, yeah, I mean, pretty crazy, including uber rares, so 11 out of 17 is actually pretty high for the double rare equivalent. That's pretty high, though. Of course, when you consider that this is essentially double the cost, so like if you were to compare this to like 2 boxes of Vanguard, 2 boxes of Buddy Fight, then you know it kind of adds up. And as far as legend, as far as 4 stars go, you get 8 out of 17, so you get just under half of them. Which is, I think this is the only one where this is not the best ratio, but I mean it's really not the best ratio. I'll be blunt. This is going to be where pretty much all the money is in the 4 stars, because everything else seems pretty cheap. But what this does mean is, as long as you can build these, you can probably build very budget friendly decks without 4 stars. And the one really good thing, on the other hand, is you'll be getting guaranteed 1 legend 4-star per box. So you only need 1 of these per deck, or like 1 of each copy. You're only allowed to run 1, and you also get a bonus as a box topper. The secrets are the uber rares and the rulers. So you'll get 1 of every single ruler in each of the arts. So you get one male knight, 1 female knight, 1 male apprentice, 1 female apprentice, 1 male Highlander, 1 female Highlander. Now, I did the maths, and the thing you need to know is you will get a playset of every single legend 4-star, which is really good for a case, because obviously you're getting 2 out of 6, so in a case you're going to be getting 24, there's 6 of them, so yeah. So that's really good. That's going to basically make all the legends pretty affordable, which I think is really good, because of all the high rarity cards you'd want to be able to run, these big flashy one-offs are the ones you would want to run. Like, just in terms of like, oh, I want to play these big flashy cards, that's cool. The bad thing is, so whilst you'll be getting like 7 to 8 of every single double rare equivalent, the 3 stars, you'll only get 4 to 5 of each triple rare equivalent, the 4 stars. So that is, you know, not the best, but it is what it is. That's where all the money is going to be, essentially, and it's a big reason why I'm just going to get a case, because it's just like, yeah, I'll just have a playset of everything. With the way that this game works, I think this, more than any other game, it's really going to be important to just have access to these cards later down the line, because they could just drop a new ruler that completely recontextualizes all the cards from set 1, and suddenly they are super important. So I'm definitely going to want to be maintaining a collection of playsets as much as I can. There's a little bit about rarity here, and uber rares, which is, you know, this is just the special press version. Apparently it has the same feel as ultimate rares from Yu-Gi-Oh! In the sense of like, wow, this looks super cool. So I'm interested to see that, and it is classified as the secret rare, so that's not an additional rarity like Buddy Fight secret packs or anything, thank God. Then we have details on the high rarity pack, and basically here there are Basically, to incentivize you to get it, there are going to be exclusive high rarity versions of cards. They're going to be trial deck reprints in this set of high rarity cards. A pack is 2,400 yen, but the case price between the two is pretty much identical. It's like a grand USD. So it ends up being the same. And if you buy a whole carton, which is 5 boxes, you'll get one of every single thing in uber rare. So if you want to be, which to be fair, actually, when you consider the cost of getting max rarity to get 4 cases. Which, to be fair, would probably actually be one of the least efficient ways of doing this. It'd probably be best to just buy a carton of this for like the grand or whatever. You get one of every single copy. You've got your legendary Ubres and all that kind of stuff, and then you just go out and you buy everything else. It's probably the best way to do it, and it would probably cost you like $2 or something, which is really not too bad at all. So the main thing here is what is it going to be exclusive in this high rarity pack. So if you are looking for these full art versions of these cards or these trial deck versions and these foil, you're only going to be able to get these from the high rarity pack, which really is going to incentivize people to buy these. Essentially, they work like collector's boosters pretty much. So every pack, the thing is, every pack comes with all uber rares, which is immediately better. And you're going to get 1 4-star at least and 3 3-stars at least per pack. Obviously, and like the thing is, the uber rare legends are only in this, so if you're really looking to max rarity, you're going to have to get this. Yeah, basically the 1-2 stars are going to be the starter deck foils, the 3-4 stars are the legendary full art, parallel flames, version uber rares, blah blah blah. And then this is the official thing where you can only get here. So yeah, pretty exciting. I would like to get at least 1 box of this. I don't think I can afford to do a case as well, unless I get like 10,000 subscribers in the next week, or a very very generous donor. So yeah. And he shows off some of the frames you can expect. So this is the different kind of things. So this is in the high rarity pack, 3-star is the full art version, and 4-star is the parallel frame full art version. So those are the 2 different versions you're going to be getting. This is for Volnar. And then there's some details about the starter decks here. Now the interesting thing here, which I talked about, of course, is this is 51 cards. This one, because it comes with Apprentice, but this is 54 because it comes with Knight and therefore the energy. So that'll be very interesting. And that's then he talks about there's going to be a pre-sale. On the December 12th, there's also going to be a pre-sale before that on December the 10th, so we're basically going to have all of set 1 on December the 10th, so that'll be really fun. And the second booster is going to be releasing in March or so, as we learned from a tweet. Okay, that's everything. Back to the video. Yeah, hit the sub button, hit the like video if you're excited for Gate Ruler, and look forward to video on the 27th, where I will hopefully on the 27th, or if not very soon after, I'll make like how to play video. I'll put a lot of effort into it. Don't worry, it won't be you know, I won't just read the rule manual. I'll, you know, then you can look forward to some gameplay videos, hopefully. And yeah, so once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, like, again, check out description, giveaway, and all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.